went into getting the right director and the right cast on board? What kind of decisions had to be made there?
This one, it's actually very simple because I'd made a film with Martin McDonagh before. Martin's the writer-director of Seven Psychopaths, and he wrote and directed In Bruges, which we made together about 3 or 4 years ago. He's also a genius writer, and what's fantastic is when you just get a script on your desk called Seven Psychopaths, and you start to read it from beginning to end and go, this is terrific, then it's like, great, let's do it. But Martin was always going to direct, so then it was about how to assemble a cast that would be fitting for the project. The other really nice thing is if you've got a great script and a great director, you tend to get a very good cast quite easily, even if you don't pay an awful lot of money, because everyone in Hollywood wants very good roles, so it kind of worked out good.
And I'm right that the script kind of dates back to around the In Bruges time that it's been written back then.
He wrote it at the same time, and Martin's natural order of things was that In Bruges was, given his stage history, was probably a more manageable story, 2 leads, a more emotional journey set in broadly one place. Seven Psychopaths was a much bigger endeavour, many more actors set in Hollywood, and more dazzling and plate spinning, so that was the natural second film for him.
Yeah, and was it an easy decision to bring Colin Farrell back?
Yeah, very. Yeah, he's lovely and he's great in the movie. He's a good person.
And he plays Marty very much kind of the kind of Martin's alter ego in the movie.
Yeah.
Are they similar in real life, do you think? Is there any similarities between the two of them?
I think they're quite different, but I think they're both lovely and very smart. It's a funny thing because I think as a producer what I like is telling stories. It's sort of how do you make good stories happen into films? And then what excites you also is good filmmakers. And you always want to work with filmmakers who've just got much better ideas than you could ever have. So if you work with Martin McDonagh or you work with John Madden, I've worked with recently, or Danny Boyle, I made a film with Danny a little while ago, that process is very exciting when it's like, we're all agreed this is a great story and a great idea, but actually they can just make something dazzling and extraordinary, and that's a fun way of doing things.
You just mentioned John Madden. I've heard rumours of a sequel to Mr. Exotic. Can you tell us anything about that?
We are considering it at the minute, a companion piece possibly, and the studio are keen to do it, and our view has been that if we can find the right story and make it good rather than just a sort of sequel, then we'd certainly give that some thought.
For those who haven't seen Seven Psychopaths yet, what can we expect?
Seven Psychopaths, well if you saw it in Bruges and you like Martin McDonagh either from a stage play or from In Bruges, and then you add in Seven Psychopaths but add in Colin Farrell, Woody Harrelson, Chris Walken, Sam Rockwell, Tom Waits, Harry Dean Stanton, Gabby Sidibe. I mean, there's a bundle of really smart actors in this film. It's very rich and very fun and dazzling and original.
How did you manage to get all those guys together into one room to make this film?
It's great. I mean, they're all accomplished Hollywood actors, but what is amazing is that if you have good material and good talent, good directors, people want to come and work. I mean, they can go and make big movies, they can make a ton of money, but ultimately, good actors want to do good work, and I think that's what the company on this created.
Last question from me. Have you and Martin spoken about a third part?
Martin has written another film, and in time I hope we'll get him to direct it. But he's juggling other things he's doing as well. But yeah, I hope in 2 or 3 years' time maybe we'll get another one going.
What can we expect from you next then?
We have a play, a film called Posh. It was a play at the Royal Court, which we are putting together for next spring, to shoot in the spring.
Okay, will be UK based? Or?
Yeah, UK based.
Looking forward to
Cool,
it.
thanks.
Have you maintained a working relationship with Woody Harrelson since working with Sarajevo?
It's funny you say that. I hadn't seen him for a long time, but he was great in Welcome to Sarajevo, and it was the first film I produced. Yeah. It happened on this film that we cast him quite late in the day, and it was a very simple call to make. It was just like him and his agent manager, who I knew, and he read the script in a weekend and had signed up literally within 48 hours of the script arriving, which was great.
Fantastic. On set, did you have any problems with cast and crew being scared of dogs?
Come on, it's a little Shih Tzu.
Some people have fears.
Yeah, not too many fears from that one. If it was a big Alsatian, we might have had that, but it's kind of sweet. Everyone liked it. It's just like a little gay dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's kind of sweet.
And just one personal question for our fans. Obviously, we're all film fans and we like a good film, but what's your guilty pleasure? What's the rubbish DVD you put on a couple of times at home?
I can't tell you that.
Come on, Greg.
I'm not telling you that. But there's certainly a selection. But oh yeah, too many.
Yeah.
I do like, there's two, and they're not really guilty, because I love Silence of the Lambs, and I could watch it again and again and again. And I love Misery, which aren't natural drama pieces, but I think they're kind of great genre movies.
Thank you very much.
Cool, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.